Pero sino sa tingin mo talaga ang ano?
Mastermind?
Oo.
Nababasa kita no? Sa tingin ko, yung pinuno at saka yung pinsan.
Nagsalita na itong si Professor Malutiquilla at naniniwala itong si Professor Malutiquilla na si pinuno at si pinsan ang mastermind dito sa massive corruption ng ating bansa, no? So, yan po ang ire-react natin ngayon, itong interview ni Professor Malutiquilla at sabay-sabay nating panoorin at sabay-sabay na rin tayong mag-react, okay? Pero guys, bago ang lahat, bago natin ito pag-uusapan, no, help me po muna na i-like at saka i-share itong ating vlog para guys kakalat ito sa taong bayan at marami po ang makaalam sa nangyayari ngayon sa ating bansa. At sa mga first time lang nanood dito sa aking channel, no, mag-subscribe na po kayo para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga viral trending na mga videos at mga balita at mga maiinit na topic issues na nangyari sa ating bansa. Okay? So, libre lang ang mag-subscribe ha. Walang bayad yan. Pindutin nyo lang yung subscribe button. Okay? Okay, pero yung simulan na natin kaagad itong interview ni Malutiquilla at sabay-sabay tayong magre-react. Okay? Play!
Hindi, pero alam mo, Prof, when I found out that you were going to be my guest, I was very happy kasi, I saw, to be very candid, no, nakita ko yung inyong, ni Yuse Claire, no? Now, I do not know Yuse Claire personally, but parang to me, I hope that this will not come out naman as but I've always been apolitical, but I'm a practical politician. That's how I see politics from a practical point of view. Pero yung nangyari nung araw na yon, I never see you naman as someone taking sides. No?
Yeah.
So I think you were just coming from a point of, well, short of saying, in jest. You just said it in jest and parang napikon lang yata si Yuse Claire na nun, no?
I was so surprised with her reaction. Because I was, if you're representing government, you're par for the course. I mean, I wasn't attacking her. I was just asking data. I was just asking what's happening, right? And as a presidential information officer, press information officer, you're supposed to give data, say the official line, and not do much of propaganda. So I was really surprised because she was answering as if the question was directed at her as a person.
So she took it personally.
Yes,
and it was nothing personal.
Yes, and spokes shouldn't be balat sibuyas, no? Di ba? That's your job. You pick the job. You need to explain to the public.
But how are you now? How was it before, after the Anong naging kwentuhan nyo after the...
Wala naman sa akin. No harm, no foul. Ika nga, nung era ni Jaworski, no harm, no foul, no? Pero dinagdagan pa eh. Sinabi niya doon sa isang interview niya, who is Malutiquilla. You can just Google me. You can just do an AI. And it's as if I am not trained into communication.
Actually, halata na insecure itong si Auntie Claire Castro kay Malutiquilla. Kasi matalino ito eh. Kung ikukumpara mo si Auntie Claire at si Malutiquilla, ang layo ng utak ni Auntie Claire. Yun ang totoo ha. Huwag kang magalit sa akin, Auntie Claire ha. Yun ang totoo. Mas matalino si Malutiquilla.
And messaging. And in all my professional life, I have been doing that. When you manage and run, design campaigns, invariably you are doing messaging and communication. So,
Yeah, siguro ako naman nakita ko lang siguro she's been, maybe it's all part of the stress also. No? On the other hand naman, I understand how she got probably picked with the question. It's nothing personal actually. That's what I think, Yuse Claire. Pero siguro because of what's happening in, siguro baka even prior to that, maybe nasabihan na siya na, kayo may alam ng kung nasaan, di ba? And hindi niya na siguro alam din kung bakit,
But Jojo, you have to be
above
conscious.
the situation.
You have to be conscious of your role.
Yeah.
Kasi you're representing an institution. So, katulad mo, your demeanor, your tonality, the way you react on issues, very calm. Kasi that adds more.
Pero actually, walang ganyan si Auntie Claire. Ugaling squatter. Ugaling squatter si Auntie Claire Castro.
More meaning to what you're going to share to the public.
Well, but you handled it very well. Also, even, invoking the, of respect to this program.
When you're a guest,
Yes,
wag mo naman bardagutin tayo sa show ng iba, di ba?
So, magandang buhay si Claire. So, easy lang tayo. Cool
easy
lang tayo. Easy lang.
Kaya nga ang tawag ko sa kanya, BFF.
BFF.
So, apparently, even my friends in the media were saying, kamusta na yung BFF mo? Okay naman siya. Diba?
Is that all part of the also, Prof? Like, the challenges and the hassles and of heading one of the most sought after when it comes to actual strategic planning, Publicus,
Well, Publicus has been there for 22 years. My first involvement in a campaign was in 1995. I've done local and international political campaigns. So, I guess you learn how to react on about bashing, about negative things, and really be patient because sometimes your clients may feel like they know everything. So, di ba, ang tatanong mo yun, alam mo naman pala, why are you getting me, di ba? So, it's, I guess, a learning of the 22 years in Publicus plus my 15 years in government. I was in government first.
Yun nga I looked at your, but which part of government did you...
I did have experience in the executive and the legislative branches.
Executive branch. Under whose
executive,
administration?
President Cory and President Ramos.
Okay.
And then in the Senate with Senator Sagisag and in the House with Congressman Roy Logoles.
How do you see now the present crop of senators as
Jojo, very different. Doon you go to the plenary to listen and you're so amazed. My God, they're such oratorical skills, the way they weave
the
in
demeanor,
and out
both in stance and
ngayon,
in words.
Parang ayaw mo nang sabi, seriously, this is the debate. Both in the Senate and in the House. And in the House, there's not much plenary activity. Parang inaayos-ayos na lang. Tapos, I was surprised with Congressman Erice, who delivered a very impassioned speech several days ago.
Yes.
So, parang blip na lang yung mga magagaling magsalita at talagang ang oratorical skills napaka taas. Sa Senado,
wala nang ganun.
Wala na I miss the days when I was there. It was the time of Salonga, Neptali Gonzales. I mean, these are
Defensor,
heavyweights. Miriam Defensor, Joker Arroyo. So, ikaw parang, even Serge Osmeña. Right. Pag tinanong ka ni Serge Osmeña, medyo yung mga...
Paano yan mga senador, puro na artista. Walang background sa... bihira na lang yung may alam sa batas, di ba? Sad to say.
Bang mahihina, lapit sa kanya, Serge, baka naman pwedeng wag mo mang diinin. But now,
hindi na.
It's terrible.
What happened kaya?
I think it's also a reflection of the changing demographics. Nagbabago yung botante, nagbabago yung mga kandidato, nagbabago rin yung mga uri ng leader na nahahalal. So, I guess it's a cycle, and I hope one day we find the wind back to
Oh, man.
really great public servants who have the public first in mind.
Pero how do we do that right now, especially with the power of the social media? It is like another medium for the masses. I'm not demeaning naman the ano, but those who are not too I don't know if it's even correct to say learned in politics or the going-ons in government. They're now being empowered also, some of which are even given a platform of their own.
Yeah.
You know, and people, some people listen, and they're actually, some of them are even called influencers, and they're able to influence. How can you battle that, or how can you equalize that from your point of view?
Alam mo, mahirap. Kasi very, very personalized ang social media.
Okay.
That doesn't mean if you know how to read and write, you are good, or you can be an influencer. Minsan, quote cards are a way for you to go viral. But ang generally sense ko sa social media, if you're bad in comprehension, you are the cause of miscommunication, di ba? Parang, mali yata intindi mo.
Right,
Bakit ka nagre-react ng ganyan, di ba? And most of the times, Filipinos would tend to think of how to react than understand what is being said. Yung attention span, napakaliit eh.
Yeah.
So, kasi sa social media, you scroll, you look for what hits you, what you like. So definitely it's a totally new communication stage compared to listening radio, TV, diba? Or print.
So it's more emotionally driven.
Yeah.
Hindi siya no?
Ay, kasi nagba-viral ka pag gusto yung sinabi mo, emotional. I-share nila because there's something nice about your content, di ba? So it is a very hot medium compared to radio, which is cold and kind of detached, and TV, which is more visual. So you have a platform that tries to put together visual, reading comprehension is very important, di ba?
So that makes it even harder for you, Prof, no?
It is.
Especially when it comes to planning and no?
Because before, when you do campaigns, you just use the trimedia. You make ads, placement on that. So you come up with the plan. Ang target mo, who's your target audience? Before Generation X and Millennials, yun medyo nakakapamo pa. But Gen Z, very hard. Their likes, their wishes, their interests, their activities, it's totally different. So that whenever I handle a client, I would always say, if you're targeting Generation Z, it's going to be very hard because it's a generation that decides fast. Yung fast clip, yun sila eh. I mean, Generation Z, you wouldn't see them staying in one job for 5 years.
Yeah, that's correct.
Diba? Aalis at aalis. Walang pupuntahan. Pero, ba't kayo aalis? Eh, kasi bored na kami. But, you invite them to do tree planting, save Sierra Madre, they'll be there.
They'll be there, huh?
Iba ang orientation.
And they'll be passionate about that too.
Yung panahon ng parents natin, di ba? They would stay in one job for all their life.
Yes, they'll be given the loyalty award.
Diba? Yeah. And then they will tell you, it's very important that you have a job, an 8 to 5 job.
Yes.
So we were nurtured that way. Si Gen Z, hindi. Yung nasa coffee shop, may laptop, anong ginagawa nyo? Ma'am, nagsubmit na ako ng...
Right.
That's their...
Is that good for Philippine politics now?
Yes, because the reaction is fast. No, because they're like fickle-minded.
So they can...
And they look at the herd. They look at their barkada. They look at their peers. Are you attending the rally? Or what are we going to do? That's why the ikulong, mga kurakot, that went into their psyche and they liked it.
And then,
Imagine, there was one time I was in a mall and there were young people going down, coming from, I guess, a UAAP game, and they were cheering, which is a protest. But for them, it's like, wow, ang galing. Diba? So it's a different, different generation.
Politica all the way.
Marcos, tayo, inabot din natin. Now the Duterte, and now it's Marcos again. What is your thoughts on what's happening to the history, Philippine political history as a whole muna?
Well, one, I was surprised that Marcos Jr. will win. Totally surprised about that. But when you saw how the campaign was done, people were saying the Filipinos were ready to forgive and move forward. So, nakita natin sa generation natin, there was Noy and there was Marcos, the two families that were really at each other's neck some decades ago with the father, no? With their fathers. I thought that Marcos Jr. was for redemption.
That's
that
correct.
I will serve, I will prove to Filipinos that, hey, you guys mess it up 36 years ago when you know, removed us. So I'm surprised that we're here right now.
Yeah, in the same manner, I share with you that sentiment actually, no?
Diba?
Oo. Kasi that is the best way to redeem your past supposed to be, or what is connected to your past, is to make good the present, no? Pero yun din ang iniisip ko. Kaya lang, I'm still, alam mo, very hopeful ako, Prof. I'm still the type of person na positive pa rin ako. Na parang meron pang last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes can, I'm hoping that everything, kasi ito na yun ang nakikita ko na lang. I hope the last 2 minutes will be, redemption period.
I wish I could share your
ganun ba?
positive
Is it
attitude.
do you think it's too late?
No, my sense is because the economy is in the doldrums. We're like free fall. And kawawa yung si Juan de la Cruz. I mean, us, we have a way to, some would probably go abroad, some would probably stay and have a business, but there is no expansion. Our stock is, PSEI is down. Our Forex we're going to hit 60. Foreign direct investments is at 40%. Capital formation is almost nil.
Okay.
When a country has no capital formation, it only tells us that there's something wrong, and that is because of corruption.
Right.
Di ba pag sinabing ipamprime mo yung economy, it's government leading the activity.
Government expenditures, especially.
You build infrastructure,
Yes,
you may multiplier effect. Ito, wala kang nakikitang infra. Kaya walang infra dahil yung pondo binulsa. Diba?
And you think VP Sara because is she the answer now?
No
She's
rin.
not.
Kasi it's systemic eh. People are saying it's time to reboot. We are in a period where catharsis probably is the way to yung talagang baguhin natin yung sistema. But that was the same narrative in EDSA 1.
Right.
And that was 36 years ago.
So a change of government, a change of administration is not the way to go.
We cannot go EDSA 1, EDSA 2 na change of administration and then status quo. Because the reality is Vietnam is ahead of us now.
That's correct.
And Cambodia is again ahead of us. So, nandun tayo sa baba. And, Jojo, I believe that Filipinos are very, very creative, very, very hardworking.
Oh, yes.
Nasa atin yung talent eh.
And the resources as well.
Oh my God, our country is so beautiful.
That's right.
With plenty of resources.
Right.
Ang problema natin is the kind of politics that we have. It's very extractive. I mean, when you hear so much money, dati million lang eh.
Ngayong bilyon na.
Ngayong billion,
Oh,
di ba?
right.
And when you put them all together, it's 1 trillion.
That's right. Oh.
That's like affecting everyone.
Mhm.
So yung galit ng tao, naandon. At nararamdaman mo yan whether you're in AB or DE. At lalong mas mararamdaman ng middle class. Kasi ang middle class ang bulk eh. Di ba? Who are the taxpayers? Not your DE. It's your C.
That's correct.
And your AB is just like what? 1%? 5%? It's really the middle class. So, ikaw yung nagko-contribute ng VAT.
Right.
Ikaw yung nagbabayad ng income tax. Lahat tayo naapektuhan.
So yung brunt of the is nasa atin, ano?
Yes, yes. So sa middle class, hindi naman sila katulad ng captains of industry na, when the conglomerates will say ganito, susunod lahat. They're your everyday Filipinos who make life a go so that they can have a good future for their kids.
Politica all the way.
A bit, there's a sense of instability, It's because I read lang, I came across this, that there should be, to appease daw the country, we should now really do that drastic measures like immediate jailing of the
Yes.
Would you agree to that?
Yes, yun ang hinihingi
those
ng
involved?
tao eh.
That would appease also them, no?
Yes, because it has been what, 112 days?
And wala
Since
pa rin.
Mahiya Kayo was uttered by the
Yeah.
president. And, hindi ko sinasabing walang nangyayari, pero walang nakukulong. Walang pinapailan ng kaso. Yung pinailan nila ng kaso, si Congressman Ko, apparently is giving us information that was held back because nobody wanted to release the small committee report,
Right.
the BICAM report, the paper trail and the money trails are there. Why don't you make that public so that everyone de la Cruz would understand, dito pala napunta yung pera ko eh.
Right.
Bakit nagkaganon? Diba?
So talagang you think that when people actually are jailed,
Oo,
it would appease everything.
Hindi naman siguro appease everyone, but they
But at
would
least
say,
there's a sense of direction na, no?
ay, may accountability,
May
may
accountability.
hustisya.
Yeah.
Pero kung ganito lang na, deflect ng deflect,
Meaning to say, ang gusto ng taong bayan, no makita si Zaldico at si Martin Romualdez na nakahawak sa selda. Yan, para at peace ang tao. Di ba?
divert, walang mangyayari sa atin.
Pero sino sa tingin mo talaga ang
Mastermind,
Oo.
nababasa kita no? Sa tingin ko, yung pinuno at saka yung pinsan.
Really?
Grabe.
Kasi hindi mo naman sa pinuno, lahat, alam mo sa Pilipinas, walang hindi gagalaw kung hindi binasbasan ng pinuno. Ang budget hindi magiging batas kung hindi pipirmahan ng pinuno. Sabi nga niya, binasa niya yung 4,095 pages wala daw siya nakitang...
So, klaro yun ha. Pinuno means yung presidente. Yung pinsan means Martin Romualdez. Yun ang pinakaugat sa korupsyon ng Pilipinas.
blanks.
Pero ang take ko niyan, ito, I know if, ang akin naman yung nakikita ko naman, Prof, is if parang to me, it's parang illogical for me to expose it if I'm part of it. What is your...
Well, he exposed it so that he can distance himself from it.
Okay.
There's
so
such
it's a play and exploit.
There's a strategy in political management known as inoculation. I come up with, mahiya naman kayo, isumbong mo sa Pangulo, name the top 15, focus on Bulacan. Ang tanong ko nga doon, why are you focusing in Bulacan? Why don't you offer Ilocos Norte? Why don't you look at Davao City? Why don't you look at Leyte or Sorsogon? The work of my staff told me, sa Leyte, there are 66 contractors doing public work. Sabi ko, sa liit ng Leyte, 66, ano yun? Every kilometro, ibang kontratista. So the mere presence of contractors doing public work na ang dami-dami, you know, there is some hanky-panky going around.
So talagang if you look at it from that perspective, it's actually really just greed. It's not about the money. It's not even about the money.
No, it's greed.
Kasi, di ba, Prof, ano yan eh? Ayun, ang pagkaalam ko niyan is the president's, yung president's office of the president, in the same manner that the office of the Senate president and the office of the speaker have their own budget.
Yes.
And it amounts to billions.
Yes.
Kasi ako, on a personal note, if I wanted to make money, doon pa lang, pwede na akong gumawa eh. Pero bakit pa kukuha sa iba?
Kasi mayroon pa kayong kailangan gawin politically para may pondo. Alam mo yung konsepto ng slush fund?
Okay.
Hindi mo naman pwedeng ubusin yung intelligence fund na ngayon naubos na, kaya hindi makareact sa bagyo yung disaster fund. So, yung tanong nga nung isa, bakit kailangan mag-insertion? But ang NEP is his budget.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's easier to insert just talking to the chairman of the appropriations and the speaker or the Senate president, kaya na yung nag-uusap. With NEP, you're talking about what? 33 agencies that should come up with their budget based on a ceiling given by DBM. Tedious yung process na yun at makikita. Kaya nga nakita yung 100 billion, kaya naging 50 billion kasi mas mataas na ang DPWH sa DepEd.
Kasi sa DepEd, right.
Sa Constitution natin, di ba, DepEd should be, education should be the number one priority. So, and again, I go back to the fact that the President, Mr. Marcos, used to be congressman and senator. So, he knew how the system works. He knew where the money pockets should be. And that's the story of the 100 billion insertion. And we're just looking at flood control. We're not even looking at the school building or the farm-to-market road or irrigation. Ang dami niyan. So kung bubuksan mo lahat yan, na ang call was buksan mo, makikita natin yung hindi pala tama ang paggamit ng pera. Even in this 2026 budget process, si former President Macapagal Arroyo, nagsabi na, sandali lang, bakit merong pondo sa distrito ko, hindi ko naman hiningi. Pinaremove niya yan. Ito lang, recently. So, there is an attempt. The unprogrammed funds before is now called the standby fund. Ano ka naman? And the standby is the sum total of the ayuda.
Okay.
So the ayuda is still there. And we know for a fact that ayuda
is being used for political purposes.
Diba?
Right.
Magbigay ng ayuda ang estado na 5,000 o 10,000 ang natatanggap ng constituent 2,000. Nasaan yung iba? Binulsa.
Yun ang actually that's a ponderable for me ever since para bang in the same manner na sinasabi mo nga na nagkaroon na tayo, nabigyan na ng, all the presidents have been given this opportunity to make a difference on a positive, But ano kaya? What's your take on this? I want to get your thoughts on this. Bakit pag nandyan na sila supposed to be, parang hindi pa ma-deliver what needs to be delivered, what needs to be done? Are we, is our president beholden to entities or...
Hindi siguro yung basic culture ng greed nga. Yung sinabi mong greed.
Pero katulad yan, kasi it has been ongoing since more than 30 years ago pa, Prof, di ba?
You have Napoles. Di ba? PDAF yan. Renewal ng Supreme Court na ang PDAF is unconstitutional.
Right.
So nawala ang pork barrel. Then bumalik in a different light and much bigger. There was a time the CDF, Congressional Development Fund, was 70 million. Pare-pareho.
Right.
Ngayon, hindi na pare-pareho eh. Kung sino malapit sa kitchen, mas malaki.
Mas marami.
Hindi ba yan problema? Di ba? Tapos, the anomalous part of it is, nakita ng mga kontratista, magdo-donate ako sa isang politiko, mas okay pa lang ako na lang ang tumakbo. Dahil ang negosyo ko, di ba?
That's what happened yata to Zaldico, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi from my readings, or actually more reelings, kasi mas reels na ngayon. Kesa wala na yung mga in my reelings, I found out that he was actually big contractor businessman na rin prior, no?
Yes.
So, and he has had a lot of developments, but short of saying, he's a made man already.
Yes.
Di ba? And
Why
then he
would
decides
you want to be in a powerful political position?
Yes.
Because the power that emanates, there's a different power that emanates from money and a different power that emanates from holding a public office.
Position.
Biro mong nag-fusion together, tas naging APRO head ka pa. Diba? You are the most powerful person. So you are at the beck and call of the president, of the speaker. So he was like that for 3 years until the anomalous 2025 came and he had to go. So marami pang alam si Congressman ko. So
you're saying na Prof, you're saying that yung nangyari ngayon, all this hula baloo, if you wanna call it, mga financial problema nga natin ngayon pati government, this is it all boils down to command responsibility.
Oo.
Huh?
I agree with you.
Ganun na
Kasi
yun?
there's an EO during the time of Ramos that talks about defines command responsibility. Sino ba ang, 'di ba? Sino yung timon? As presidente, kaya ako parating kung sinasabi, Mr. President, you're the most powerful person in this country. You can do whatever you want and you can get into the bottom of things. My goodness, if you have a 4 billion in intelligence fund, you'll be able to do things. Why do you have to do, all this? Isumbo mo sa Pangulo, blah, blah, blah. And then the default line was, siya nga ang nagsimula niyan Bakit ba sinasama niyo?
Actually, in the same way na I told you nga, siya nagsimula. Kaya nga I wanted to get your...
It's a deflection strategy based on inoculation. Inoculate ko ang sarili ko para hindi ako masama dyan. Ang problema, nung una, sinasabi namin na, i-cancel niyo yung passport ni Ko para bumalik. Ayaw nila. Ngayon, nagsalita na, gusto nilang pabalikin kasi salita ng salita. So, ang sense ko, there was no plan about investigation. There were no exit strategies. They didn't know where to move. There was the House investigation, the Senate, and the ICI without contempt powers. So, how do you get this sense of accountability done? So, nung nagsalita si Ko, wala silang exit strategy. He's now hanging dry. And the president has been named as the mastermind together with the cousin.
Okay, kaya nga. But they're saying also that the statement and the affidavit naman of does not hold water.
Yes,
because
walang probative value.
Oo, wala pa. So,
alam mo yan, pumunta ka lang sa embahada natin, mag-oath ka, yung affidavit, di ba?
Yes, pwede na. But why did he not do it?
Well, I think he is looking for assurance that his 2 kids here
will be safe.
Oo, kasi may naiwan na 2 And then, sa tingin ko, my only problem with Ko, pwede bang wag ka nang mag-drop-drop? Buuin mo na yung istorya. Para alam na.
Teleserye ba?
Di ba? Oo. Sabi ko, masyado namang itong buuin mo yung istorya para alam ng taong bayan ano nangyari. On the other hand, may nagsabi sa akin, pag binuo mo yung istorya, makaka-react ka agad ang administrasyon. So I guess I was amazed in this day and age, the first video, after 5 minutes of release, was peaking at 5 million views.
Wow, ganun kalaki.
So it's 1 million per minute. So it's heavily shared, that video one. So, kita mo yan, that's a measurement of the interest of people. Gusto nilang malaman, ano ba ang totoo, Mr. Ko? Ano ba ang ginawa mo? And, I mean, true to form with all the maletas.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yeah.
And ang natatawa pa ako doon, isang Jojo, parang look for signs.
Oo.
So people started encircling the family portrait of the speaker,
Yeah.
encircling the conduction sticker of a
Pag di
fast
mga bansa,
car,
right. Oo.
encircling, oy, ito for sale na maleta. I mean, you know how Filipinos are. So sabi ko, oh my God, they were dissecting.
Oo.
Politica all the way.
One has to thrive. Otherwise, but for them to continue whatever it is that they want to continue. Namin
Yes,
nasa kanila
yes,
na yun, di ba?
yes.
So, given that, who do you think would be a better choice now
You know, I would have wanted the unit team.
to thrive and to be
Oo.
successful?
Kasi it was the first effort of getting both leaders elected
No?
from the same party. Kung nakikita natin si
Oo, lagi
si GMA at si Kabayan yata, they were the last. And then you had Digong and Lenny from
Pinoy and
opposing.
Binay.
Noy and
Binay.
Sino ba
Si
ano
Noy.
ni President Noy?
Oo, from opposing rin yun kasi hindi
Oo.
naman si Mar yung nanalo eh.
Oo, yeah.
Oh, so
Oo nga, no?
these things very unique yon na dalawa in my God, the mandate. One
That
was
they
31
got, no? Oo.
and the other one was 32 million.
Mhm.
So it was enough to change the country.
Mhm.
To really redirect it into
Oo.
something na ito yung gusto ng tao.
Mhm.
But I guess the plan to remain in power got the better of the unit team
Mhm.
early. So,
Actually, kung tutusin, si Romualdez ang nagsimula.
Which side? The Marcos side or
the Marcos
Duterte
side. So yung tanong mo, masyado nang nasira si Vice President Duterte, parang ini-stick na magnanakaw ka rin, mamamatay tao katulad ng tatay mo. But I still go by the Constitution. Kasi mahirap pag umalis tayo sa constitutional succession eh. Klarado yung constitutional succession. Yun ngang in case of vacancy of vote, ang sabi sa Constitution, dapat
Senate President.
merong enabling law. Wala naman nagpapal ng succession law. So napaka-critical na sundan natin yung saligang batas natin at kung ano mang mangyari sa presidente, ang vice presidente ang magte-take over. Meron pa nga panukala na ang caretaker daw si Chief Justice Gesmundo. Wala naman yun sa saligang batas. So anything that is out of the Constitution is extra constitutional. And for that there is the RevGov, there is the junta,
right.
diba? And really with the economy like this, we will not survive. So it's better we stick to the Constitution, fix the economy, and then later on probably start fixing the Constitution so that it's easier to change.
Okay, if you were to talk now to the president, what would be the best advice you would give him? I mean, minus politics, minus just an ordinary, able, competent, and kind-hearted professor that you are.
Kind-hearted,
with all your wisdom. And
Siguro,
like Mr. President, you have 2 years and a half. You want to make this work, this is what you should do. What would you tell him?
well, one is to address the nation.
Okay.
I haven't seen him address the nation. He would, do random Q&A, but really front and center talking to the nation about what really happened. No? And malaking bagay yung sabihin mo na nagkamali ka. Malaking bagay yung
Pero si BBM hindi umaamin eh.
mag-hair follicle test ka. That's number 2. Kasi that's the best way to stop all this.
Actually, yun yung nagpapagulo eh.
The story,
The stories
that
going
made
around.
that was
Mention
articulated
also
by Senator
Amy.
Amy Marcos, no? That's the best way. Hindi yung isa na lang kidney ko, hindi pwede ako I mean, these are all deflection. And and you're not answering the problem. The main issue I have with this administration is, why do you allow the deflection to be there so often when you can readily answer the question and rest that issue?
Right.
Kasi pag patong ng patong yung issue yan, ang impact nun is the low trust. Pababa yung trust mo. Pag bumaba ang trust, pababa ang approval mo. So may crisis of confidence.
Right.
This situation economically is a crisis of confidence. Foreign businesses do not want to invest because they are not sure if the money
also, right.
if the money will be pocketed o talagang kwan. Even the stock market nagbebenta. 'Di ba yung mga nag-IPO parang gusto ng pwede bang magpa-delist na? I know of two. No, magpapa-delist ka.
Okay.
That's really sad because we thought that under him it's going to be a redemption.
Yeah, well, I share the same sentiment with, like you, no, na talagang ano. So talagang you're saying, Prof, that he should just address the nation, come clean, and in the hope that we have a forgiving people.
Naku, Jojo, we are a forgiving people.
Oo.
The fact that he won with 31
that's
million,
correct, yeah.
the son of Marcos Sr.,
And then jail
Right.
supposed to be no? Kasi ang dami nakalinya, Prof, ang dami mga senador na ikukulong. Supposed to be. Nakalinya na sila. Ang daming mga,
Okay, so yan po ang interview kay Malutikia. At isa sa mga highlights dito, yung naniniwala itong si Professor Malutikia na ang pinuno at ang pinsan ang mastermind dito sa korupsyon na ito. Okay? So, kayo mga audience dito sa Donmar TV, naniniwala ba kayo at sang-ayon ba kayo, pabor ba kayo sa sinabi ni Professor Malutikia na yung pinuno at yung pinsan, alam nyo na kung sinong itinutukoy nito, na sila yung mastermind dito sa massive corruption ng bansang ito. Kaya pala ito mga foreign investors ay wala na. Iniiwasan na ang Pilipinas, iniiwasan na nilang mag-invest dito sa bansang ito. Okay? Ilatag nyo ang comment nyo sa comment section at basahin natin yan. Ano ang argumento nyo patungkol dito? Okay? Paki-like, paki-share itong video na ito at ayan, para nga kakalat ito sa taong bayan. At sa mga first time lang dito sa Donmar TV News Channel sa YouTube, subscribe na kayo ha, para kung nagugustuhan ninyo itong ating vlog, itong ating updates, ay libre lang naman ang mag-subscribe. Updated ka pa if meron po tayong bagong mga videos, viral, trending na mga balita. Okay? See you in my next video. Have a great day, have a great night. God bless po sa ating lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. God save the Philippines. Bye-bye.